Welcome to The Bridge. This is your host, Christopher Miller. I just want to jump on for a few minutes just to talk with you. I've just been sitting here, just random things just pops in my head, and I just want to just get it off my chest. Went fishing last week, and a buddy of mine, we was out there on the pond, and we was just sitting there talking, and we had a conversation about family and the direction family's headed, and how we're not a tight group like we used to be. How we used to fight for family. Your cousins and things of that nature, man, they was almost like your brothers, your sisters. Family meant something when I was growing up, when he was growing up. And we just had the conversation like family don't treat each other the same no more. Everybody's on their own path. Everybody's doing their own thing. Everybody's just, in their own little circle now. Like, who cares about whatever, long as it's not happening to me type of deal. And that ain't the way life is designed. That ain't the way it should be. And we're sitting here, we're going in our own paths. Nobody have no compassion. Nobody has no nothing. Don't care about nothing nobody else going through, because I'm not dealing with it. I don't have to deal with that, so it don't matter to me. And it just brings to my mind, like, what happened to the love that people had for each other? I was talking to a friend of mine today, and we had a conversation, and I said, no matter how bad someone appears or seem to us, or what the whole town or somebody may think about this person may be evil or whatever, but at the end of the day, to be honest with you, somebody loves that person as well. Somebody cares something about that person, whether they're evil or not. The thing you have to do, and the thing we have to get, the place we have to get to, is when we get to a place where we know how to love each other or love the hell out of someone. And that's just bottom line. You don't have to take nobody's mess. I know I don't. I don't put up with a lot of foolishness, and I don't expect nobody to put up with foolishness when it comes from me. But at the same time, somebody had that child as well. Now, what's going on in the world is people not respecting one another's boundaries. We're not respecting each other's space. We don't care anymore. And it's sad that we get into a place where nobody address something that's wrong. We've heard the term go out here, and it's being said now that we accepting what's wrong for right and what's right wrong. And that's way out of base. That's way out of line in what we got going on in today's society. And it's crazy because we're accepting this type of mess and this way out of bounds type of mentality that we're having out here in the world. And we're not doing anything about it. We're not speaking. And the ones that have authority to speak, we let somebody speak for us now, to the point that we don't even open our mouth anymore. And then we wonder why things are out of control. We wonder why people that know that they're doing something that's out of bounds or that's off the rocker a little bit, and we wonder why they have all the control and things to say, and we sit here allowing it to go on, and we're not opening our mouths, and we're not putting things in perspective, not putting things in place. And we have to raise our children in this society where somebody else is controlling and telling us what we're supposed to be doing or what we're supposed to be saying, what we're supposed to be eating. And we don't open our mouth. We don't have a word to say. And these things keep going on right in our face every day that we breathe. And we're allowing somebody else to talk about what we've got going on, how our family is supposed to be treated. But at the same time, nobody's coming to tell you the right things to do for your family, the right things to say for your family. There's no avenues, no creases that you can get in between when the ship starts to sink. There's nothing you can do at that point. The next thing they probably say to you is, well, you shouldn't have done it. And now you're stuck holding the bag, and nobody's there to help you get out of the situation. But you have been taught, and you know better. You never get offended when somebody tells you something that you know you're doing right. There's no way for you to get offended. You handle it, and you take it on the chin, and you like, okay, yeah, I know, and next move. But the thing that you know you're doing wrong, they're just like if somebody say, hey, Chris, you out there and I see you're messing up. You need to get yourself in order. And I know I'm doing wrong. I probably will take a little offense to that, because I know in my heart, I know in my soul that, hey, you're right. But I won't tell you because my pride won't get out the way, so I can be able to tell and share that with somebody. Yes, I am messing up. Yes, I am out of line. Yes, I am off base. It's just like in the game of baseball. If you step off base and the pitch is thrown over near your base, and the guy on first base catches the ball before you get your foot back on the base, he tags you. Guess what? You're out. you're out of the game. And that's what we're doing in today's world, today's society. We're off base. We're off base with a lot of things. We're off base with the way we eat, with what we drink, with what we think, how we speak, what we say. All these things are way off base and not according to the word of God and not what he sees in us and what he given to us from the day we were born. We ain't talking none of that kind of talk. We're not speaking the truth. And now we're so far off base to where we don't even want to hear the truth when it's spoken to us now. We don't even want to talk about the truth when it's spoken to us now. We don't even want to do the things that it takes to get in line anymore. I remember growing up as a child, man, it was times where even when it was thundering and lightning, I used to hear my grandmother say, hush, be quiet, let the Lord do his work. Yeah, we thought it was cliche. Yeah, we thought it was just something old folk tale and they said this kind of stuff. But those type of things that they told us kept us in line. It kept us grounded. It kept us in a place where we felt like, you know what, I needed this. And guess what? Some of us, it helped raise us into young men and women the way that our grandparents taught us. We don't have no more of those grandparents that meant the world to us, that spoke. And when they spoke with authority. They spoke with a conviction. They spoke with, command. And we listened and we believed it. And the things that they were saying to us, it came true. And it was part of our lifestyle. But now we are allowing we're raising up our children and getting to a place now where we look at our children and think, well, as long as they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that. But in the same time, they're mental, they're fragile. And they're not thinking, and they're going and doing all these things that when we're not looking, and they really searching for answers to a lot of things that goes on in life, but just because we want to be friends at some point with our children, we allow it to go and not be talked about, not to have a discussion on it. Or you being too hard. Our parents were hard on us. And I don't think they did a bad job with us. They were hard on us about certain things. It was certain things I wanted in life, and my mother said no, and that was the end of the conversation. There was no more talk about it. But yet and still here we are now, and we fast forward, and now we're raising up our children. We finding places where it's pretty much like we're just giving them a free pass to just do whatever they want and feel like there is no discipline behind some of the wrong actions that they make. But there are plenty wrong actions to be made and things that, they'll go through in life. And if they're not careful, it's going to be some punishment behind it. It's going to be some consequences. And we have to talk about these things. Whatever happened sitting down at your dinner table and having a family discussion? Whatever happened to those type of talks? Talking about right and wrong. Talking about the things that we need to talk about out here in the world. Instead of going out here and thinking that we can change the world by the way we think when we know what we're doing is wrong as well. People, we're going to have to start buckling down and making a difference. And it starts in your own home first. It starts with the things that you was raised up to know and believe. It starts with those type of conversations with your children. It's a time to start buckling down to the point where, okay, yes, I want you to enjoy life, but at the same time, if this don't feel right. Sometimes that inner man gets to speaking to you and telling you, oh, no, that's not right. And you need to sit down for a minute and just buckle up and just say, oh, no, that's your job as a parent. That's your job to step up and take that place and say, no, I'm setting the ground rules. You got to pay attention. You have to do it the way I'm asking you to do it. No, matter of fact, you need to do it the way that I'm telling you to do it. Sometimes you standing up for what you believe, standing up for what you know is right, is the perfect example. It's the right call at the right time. Because no matter how you may look at it, it may not feel good. But somebody did it for you. Somebody prayed for you out there. Somebody was going and getting on their knees and getting on their face and asking God to please cover you, please protect you. And now you have your children and we want to find avenues and ways now that we're raising up our children to be, just our friends. No, you're not. No, it's time out for all that stuff. You need to be more than a friend, because if you were truly that friend, you'll do the hard things that recommends that you love them. that you take care of them, that you're looking out for them even when they think you're being harsh on them. We're getting way out of control, and we're definitely off base. People, we're going to have to get our mind in a place right now to where we start thinking about the well-being of our families, the well-being of the people that surround us. We need to just get to a place, man, where the stuff that we see and watch a lot of times, it might not be as real as you think it is. It's okay to have them conversations. It's okay to sit down and have a difference of opinion, but that's the reason why you sit down and you talk about it. That's the reason why you have these kind of conversations, them soul-searching conversations. And you shouldn't get offended to the point where we just fall out or we're not friends anymore based off of something I may say because it didn't agree with your spirit. Jesus and his 12 disciples had conversations all the time. And I'm pretty sure everybody didn't agree with everything that was said around them tables. But something was, some type of action was taken. Something was said to trigger something in order to make your next move. You don't have conversations just to fall out because it's okay to fall out. You have conversations to gain knowledge, to gain wisdom from one another, to help build the people around you, to make them better. I put it to you like this. We only have one life to live on this side. And we wasn't put here just for ourselves. Some of the things that we go through in life is not for just yourself. It's to help someone else. I've said this plenty of times. It's to help someone else. Now, you can choose to be selfish and not do anything with your time, do anything with your life here on this side of heaven. Or you can plan to make moves, do something with your life, do something and help encourage someone else when you see them going through a struggle that you have once went through or that you see them heading to, and say something and speak it. Quit holding back on stuff when you know somebody going towards a bad trap. And you sitting here keeping your mouth closed and won't open your mouth and say a word. I'd rather for you to tell me the truth and let it burn like acid than just allow me to go through something and then I get my head chopped off because you knew that I was going towards this trap. And you could have said one word that may trigger something to make me hear you. People, get up. Make something happen. Be a voice of reasoning. Stop allowing all the silly stuff to just happen just because it hasn't happened to you yet. Start being an example. Start being a voice. Start using your voice in the right direction. Get back on base and run the bases the right way. Stop allowing society to create these monsters when you have the opportunity to start something new right within your own home. Step up. Do what you're supposed to do. Create a new narrative within your own community. Create a new narrative within your own life. Stop accepting things for what you see and create what God allowed you to be able to create. Stop being afraid. Use your voice. Use your mind. Do something different. Do something different than what you're doing on your everyday, your every week schedule, going and do the same thing over and over. Try something different for a change. Be something different for a change. And if you tried and if it don't go the way you planned it, so, oh well, at least you tried it. Instead of sitting there, allowing yourself to just be a knot on the log and doing the same thing over and over and just passing time by, and before you know it, you got more gray hairs than Moses, and time has faded by and you still haven't done nothing with your life. And time is up. And then you got to stand there and realize, I could have made a difference. But now I feel like I'm too old to make a difference. But you're really never too old. All it's going to take is some action. I just wanted to jump on here for a few minutes, man, and just talk to everyone and just get out there and share. Oh, yeah, make sure you share, like, and subscribe to the video. We got an event coming up July the 10th. Occupy Till You Come. We're going to be at the Fountain Inn Recreational Center. and that'll be on a Saturday. We're going to start at 10 a.m. and we hope to see your face in the place. I just wanted to get on for a few minutes and just share a little something with you. And I just hope that everybody have a great day, and I'll just check with you later. Peace.